What is up, you guys? It is Kelsey here, back with another video. This video is something that I have been working on for way too long, and I've been ordering these pieces and collecting them for months now because I wanted to make sure that I got a full range of everything that you guys might want to see. Let's get into it. I have here, oh, I'm missing one. Please hold. Almost forgot. One more. So I have here a total of 7 different brands that I have tried out for these cross-waisted leggings. To me, cross-waist leggings have changed my life this year. If I'm having a day where I feel just bloated, gross, like it's not my best day, I want a cross-waisted legging. I'm actually wearing a pair right now. I have that many. These ones kind of slide down. Wearing a pair right now, cross-waisted leggings. They just accentuate the right features, and I just love them so much, you guys. And I haven't seen videos like this. I haven't seen anybody come on and post a full cross-waisted leggings review. I don't know if that's because I'm the only one that likes them, but given that they're all sold out everywhere for the most part, I think there's some people that are on the same page and like these about as much as I do. So let's get into it. Right now we have all these brands that we're going to be talking about. The first pair of cross-waisted leggings that caught my attention and made me fall in love with cross-waisted leggings are the Aerie Offline collection. As you can see, I have so many of these. And I actually got them first. I was late to the game on the Aerie Offline, let me tell you. At the time when I found them, they were only $30, I believe, on sale. And I tried them out. I love them. They are the best freaking legging. Even these ones are squat proof. They're not jiggle proof, but they are squat proof. Big difference there. I was doing like plyometrics in the gym one day, and you could, if I can find a video, I'll post it, but like you could see on like the jumps, my butt is just jiggling everywhere. So they're definitely not compressing. I do have a pair of Lululemon leggings like this. I want to say it's that Nulu fabric or something. It's the Naked Feel fabric. They definitely feel similar to that, but thinner. It's like a cross between those and like a tight, like a nylon tight. They're very thin, which is basically kind of what I'm trying to get at here. They're very thin. I'm okay with a little jiggle in the gym. It doesn't bother me, honestly, because the patterns just disguise everything. You can't see your cellulite. You can still see the jiggle, but that's about it. They come tiny, okay? So when you get them in the mail, do not be surprised. They come very small. Like, I've worn these so they're a little stretched out, but they're tiny. Like, they're teeny tiny little legging. But this is the extra small, and it fits over all of my butt. Like it's not see-through, it's perfect, which is super weird for me. But these are not the short, so these are a regular extra small. All the other ones I have are just a size small short. All of the cross-waisted offline are sold out. So that's the one bummer, and kind of the reason that I made this video, because everybody loves these leggings. I've seen so many people wanting to know where these leggings come from. I've been stopped. Like, I was leaving a spin class and I was chased to my car because some girl wanted to know where I got my leggings from. So I know there's people out there that want these leggings, and that's why I wanted to give like a super full range of all of the ones that are in a decent price range, like the Aerie Offline. I will say they're very fast drying. Like I said, they have a little bit of a slick feel to them, and I ran in them and they held up really well to running. So they do dry fast. They're extremely lightweight. Like, when I say I've never compared a pair of leggings to nylons, but these are especially the black, there's just something about them that it's like nylons, but obviously thick and not see-through, but just so lightweight, naked feeling, which I actually kind of like. I would say you can run in them. Do so at your own risk. I wouldn't want anybody to have a different experience than me and end up busting a seam in the middle, but I had a pretty good experience running in them. There is a lot of jiggle. Very good cellulite coverage in the black and in the printed ones. I have not tried any. I know they had like a light lavender and like a rose color, I think. Those ones probably would not be at all cellulite friendly because lighter colors just tend to show what you got a little more. Watch me do this and they don't hold up to the squat test. And I've just been showing my booty to all the friendly people out there at the gym.
I called it, you guys. These ones are not as squat proof as I was hoping, especially in the black. I will say that the patterned ones do a lot better as far as being squat proof just because there's so much going on. These do have a front seam. They are also very, very high-waisted. They come up super high on the sides and cover your whole belly button. They do a pretty good job of staying up as well. In the back, they do have a subtle booty contour, or at least they just don't cut your booty in half, which is nice. Again, super thin, the most naked feel I've ever had in a legging. And I do really overall love them, but just remember, since they are so thin, there's not a whole lot of support that they're going to be offering.
Okay, next up we have, so Paragon fitness wear. I will say, right off the bat, these, I've washed them a couple times, never dried them, and they are already very fuzzy feeling. Like, these are going to be a pair that pill, and I hope you know I do have 4 furry pet friends, and they shed. Their hair does not stay on their body. They shed. And their shedding is all over these. I just lint rolled. I just vacuumed. So there should be no reason to have hair on these right now. Okay, so I did wear these to the gym. First off, the price. These are normally $39 on the website. One is closer to that like Luon fabric that Lululemon has, although I would not compare these to a Lululemon legging. They're just not the same. But definitely a lot of pilling with these already, which is sad to say, but they're very high-waisted. I am a small person, so the amount of high waist was a little aggressive for my body. But for the price, they're really not bad. Like, I would spend my money on these. You can sweat in them. I don't think this sweat will dry very well or very fast, but do you. I don't always wear super sweat wicking fabrics to the gym. Do your thing, wear them. They're gonna dry when you wash them. So unless you're super self-conscious about that, then stay away. But I wore these on leg day. I have done cardio in them. Come for me. They're not a high performance fabric. They're a lounge fabric made for your yoga, your lounging, going out, looking cute, having a snatched waist in public, maybe an upper body day. They weren't, and when I say they weren't designed, I don't feel that they would perform as well for like a high intensity leg day or a cardio where you want them to be like dry, sweat wicking, like not dying because they're rubbing together. So with that being said, I still will wear them for those things, and if they last less long, then they will, but then at least I'll have got the function I want to get out of the leggings. These are available, so that's one reason I wanted to share them. They are available for you. So you can go on and buy them right now for $39. So these, I'm gonna warn you, they do show your cellulite. At least in this color. At least in this color. The lighter colors will probably show your cellulite. I do feel like the darker colors would be a little more cellulite friendly just because like the nature of darker colors. But if you are looking for a legging to hide your cellulite, I would get these in a darker color. Okay, so real quick, I don't know if you guys can tell, but these are, I don't think they're meant for short girls. They're very, very, very high-waisted to the point where they almost bunch up. I definitely found that at the gym they stayed cross-waisted, which was cool, but they just were bunching up in the back and like coming down. I would say if you're 5'5" and above, you're good to go. These are like perfect length for you.
Okay, so here we have them on. As you can see, they do have a front seam and they are extremely high-waisted, especially on someone who is 5'1". They are pretty squat proof even in the lighter colors, and I think they would even do a better job in the darker colors. They do have a subtle booty contour. They don't cut your butt in half, which I really appreciate. And just in the back, you can see how big that top waistband is and how long that is. I think right here I'm trying to explain to you, even with just a few squats, if you're someone that's a little bit shorter, that does do a lot of bunching up. So I noticed that even more in the gym, that they were really bunching up while I was working out. But overall, very flattering legging. I would rather have them be too high-waisted than not high-waisted enough to where they're coming down to like a mid-rise legging.
Okay guys, so one thing I quickly just wanted to touch on. The reason I think that I fell so hard for the Aerie leggings at first, and you guys, I have 8 pairs of the Aerie leggings. Like, I'm not kidding when I say I love them. I think I fell so hard for them because of the thickness of the waistband and the height of the waistband. That is a big thing for all of these cross-waist leggings. You have to make sure that the waistband right here is thick. Some of them that I've seen, and a reason I didn't buy a couple of these is because they'll have the super cute cross waist, but the cross waist band is very small. Like, I want the band to be thicker because that's gonna help it stay up and stay flattering. It has to be high-waisted on the sides to hide any like love handles you might have going on, and then dip down in the middle to accentuate your shape. What happens with the ones with the flatter waistbands or the less tall waistbands is that it just kind of comes down to like a mid-rise legging, and love handles that these I think were designed to hide are just out anyways. If they're not tall enough and thick enough to keep their purpose, which is that V shape, then there's kind of no point in them. Next up, we have Haleo LA. These are actually a legging that I found. These leggings are beautiful. So these are the Haleo LA Leopard legging. They are $55 on the website. I'll link it down below. I really like them. I keep looking because what I didn't do when I got these, I did not read the reviews. The reviews say to size down. So I got my regular size, which is the size small. One other thing I wanted to touch on. So there are a bunch of high-waisted leggings. You can find them on, I want to say Zaful has them for $10. Amazon has some $10 options. They also have their Core 10. Forever 21 has a pair of cross-waist leggings. Those are all brands that are pretty easy to try out and return if you don't like them. And it's a pretty low-cost, expensive brands that also carry. I know Carbon 38 has some cross-waist leggings that I want to say are around $100. Athleta has a pair that are around $100. Those more expensive leggings are probably going to deliver on the quality, but I really wanted to focus this on leggings that, again, were affordable, available, and cute. So the affordable part came into play for a lot of these, which is why I don't have the Carbon 38 ones or the Athleta ones to show for you guys. So the Haleo LA leggings, one thing I love about them is there's no front seam. No front seam and zero camel toe. I will say these do show some sweat. So if you plan on doing a high intensity workout, it did dry pretty quickly for me, but they do show sweat.
Okay guys, so these have to be my favorite leggings in the entire review. These are, again, the Haleo LA Leopard leggings. They do not have any front seam. They are extremely high-waisted. They do have a little bit of a booty contour. They are very squat-proof. They do have that subtle pattern that hides anything you have going on in the back. I did go ahead and purchase 2 more of these when they came back in stock in the size extra small. I got them in the navy and the black. And I can say that that little bit of bunching up that's happening in the waistband and in the top of the booty area is fixed when you actually do size down and get the right size. As far as the squat proof, you can kind of see here where it's bunching at the top of my booty. But again, when I got the right size, that no longer happens. Very flattering and amazing quality for money. Again, these have to be my favorite pair in the whole review.
Next up, the Avine Hyper Mesh Brazilian V leggings. We have a brand called Aveen Apparel. I came across this brand on Instagram, scrolling through Stephanie Buttermore's posts, and I saw that she was wearing a pair of cross-waist and cellulite-proof leggings. I'm not super big into this anti-cellulite trend, but I did want to grab a pair just for comparison and just to kind of shake things up. The one thing I did not have was cellulite-proof leggings. So we are gonna try these out. Right off the bat, I just want to tell you guys, I ordered a size too small. That was my mistake. But, so they might be a little tighter. I do know that they show camel toe. It is a pretty thick front seam. And you can see on the inside, it's pretty thick. And I noticed it's super accentuated because I got the size too small. And again, that is totally my fault. So I'm sure the camel toe wouldn't be quite so bad if I got the right size. The waistband is, remember how I said the taller waistband is gonna help accentuate that V shape a little bit more? It has a shorter V shape. So that is one of the drawbacks. The highlights of this, it is 90% polyester, 10% elastane. These are usually, I wanna say $65, but I got them on sale, and I think you can still get them on sale right now for this. So they come with the V-waist leggings, and you can choose your option for the sports bra, but I really have been liking these like crossover front sports bras. So we got this entire set for $50. So that's what, $25 sports bra, $25 leggings. That to me is a good deal. So if you can get that deal, and let me tell you, it didn't look like that was the deal in the cart or on the website. It looked like the set was going to be $100. So just, if it worked the same way for you as it did for me, I added them to my cart thinking they were $100 for the set. But when I checked out, it was $50 and both came. So take that as you will. So we have on the sports bra and the matching leggings. The camel toe isn't quite as bad as I remembered, but it is still pretty bad. So let's get into it. Here we go, you guys. So here they are on, and I did want to apologize again for getting the wrong size. I do think these would be a lot less sheer if I had them in the proper size. Overall, I do really like them. They do have a very slick fabric, and the anti-cellulite does go ahead and hide a lot. But as you can see, I think it's mostly just because they're so small on me that they are not squat proof at all. You can see the tag there. But again, bigger size I think would help out a lot. I would have preferred that these had a little bit of a taller waistband so that they'd cover a little bit more of your sides. But again, I do really still like these, and I'm super excited that they came in a set. I think overall it's a very flattering pair of leggings, and if you do get them in the right size, I think you'll be extremely happy with them. Luckily, I'm on a cut, so hopefully these will be my size shortly. Here you can see that front seam as well with that little bit of camel toe. Craig just got home and my dogs are barking. And we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. My camera battery actually died, so I actually switched to the new one, the new Sony camera we just got. So I will be finishing up on this one, but let's get back into it. The next leggings I'm going to be talking about are the Alphalete Surface Path leggings. A couple of things right off the bat. They do not have a front seam. I know I've seen a lot of issues in the past with these having a front seam and causing a lot of camel toe. Definitely a step up. I will say these are so cute. That they do have the laser cut detailing, which is really nice and flattering. They have a little bit of a booty contour at the top and the back. They are, I want to say these are a nylon, not a nylon. These are a 68% polyester, 32% spandex blend. They are brushed on the outside. They're less brushed on the inside, although slightly brushed, but not quite as, I want to say like pill prone. Because I feel like these are really prone to pilling if you were to accidentally dry them or run in them or do anything that's going to like cause them to rub together. And the one thing I wanted to say about the waistband, I know I've mentioned a few times now, the waistband on these ones is unfortunately, it is thick, it is double lined compared to the leggings, but it's a lot shorter. So if you compare them, like the Paragon ones are super, super tall. Like you can just see lined up. See how this part of the waistband goes down so much further on the Paragon than the Alphalete. So the Alphalete ones I did notice when I was doing my workout that they slid down and became that like mid-rise legging in the gym, which is kind of a bummer because then you lose the whole point of the flattering effect. But so without further ado, let's get into the squat test for these.
Okay, you guys, so here we have the Alphalete leggings on, and as you can see in that front, the leggings are very high-waisted in appearance, but once you do any kind of movement, that top band doesn't go down far enough so that after you move around at all, it does drop down very low. The back, however, does have a really nice booty contour. It's super flattering, and even though I did get a lighter color in these, they are completely squat-proof, so that is always a plus. And again, if you got a darker color, they would hold up just as well, which is always a win in my book. And here you can already see when I turned around after doing just some basic squats, the waistband had already kind of dropped a little bit. So you can imagine during a more intense workout, they are going to drop a lot. I do notice there's no camel toe really without that front seam. And overall, super flattering legging. I would just be careful with the waistband dropping if you're doing anything super high intense other than just hanging out and lounging around. But other than that, super flattering. I couldn't love the color more.
These are the Gymshark Nikki B leggings with the cross waist. I really do like a lot of things about these. These ones, again, very similar to the Alphalete waistband, so it's a lot shorter of a waistband, but it is still somehow very high rise. So I think just because like this part of the legging is very high waisted, it still comes off as high rise. So I didn't find the issue that I ran into with the Surface Path leggings of it becoming that like awkward mid rise. So they did stay up really nicely. They have a little bit more of a dramatic booty contour, which is super cute right here. It definitely like comes up. I'll show you a little bit more when I have them on. I've seen these all over Poshmark in a variety of sizes. I actually grabbed mine for $25. Again, just for the sake of this video, having something to compare. I actually really like them. I think they're super flattering on. I've got these on now, and I remember when they first came out, everybody saying to size down a little bit because they are very roomy, and I still would second that. But also at the time that they came out, they went like so fast. So if you could get your hands on a pair now, you can get them so much cheaper. I know they were doing some major price gouging when these first came out, so it's awesome that you can get them for such a good price now if you are still interested. And I hope Gymshark does another one because I'd be super interested to see how they update the style. I would assume they probably get rid of the front seam, and yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see like how they update it and if they bring it back. I'm sure they will. Like I said, they've done these for years and years and years. This is just the collection that I happen to get my hands on.
Okay, so here we have the Gymshark Nikki B leggings. As you can see, they are a little bit roomy. I did not size down like I should have, so they do have a little extra room, but I do love how high-waisted they are. I do think the mesh panel is extremely flattering, and they do sit very high-waisted and cover your belly button, even though, like I said, the top seam is not quite as tall as some of the other ones. The booty contour is, again, super flattering. I really like the color blocking, especially in the army green color. They are, I'm so sorry, you guys, that I angled the camera wrong here, but they are squat proof. I didn't really have any issues with that. And then as far as material, the top part I did feel like was a little bit more of a performance fabric than the bottom part, but overall this is kind of more of a lifting or relaxed legging. I wouldn't use this for anything super high intensity, just given the type of fabric and the compression. And again, they do have these cool little pockets that are very convenient.
We've been doing this for a hot minute. Okay, I'm finally down to my last two pairs of leggings, and I'm torn with which ones to do next. let's do the Lululemon ones, because I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I just saw that they're coming back out with these. So these are the Lululemon Always On high-rise tights. They are in the Everlux fabric. So they're definitely a thicker material. They are double lined in the waistband. They do have a front seam. And if I had to compare them to any one of these leggings, I would definitely compare the Lululemons with the Haleo LAs the most. They have a slightly thicker waistband, but they both have that brushed feel. They both are sleeker on the inside than the outside. While the Haleo LA leggings do not have a top seam, I think a lot of these actually don't have a top seam. The Lululemon somehow managed to get a top seam all the way around, which we'll see in the try-on if it helps keep it up. I would feel like it would keep it a lot more structured so it's not slipping down. This one also, I think, is the only one that has this little pocket back here. If you want to stick your credit card or any cash. I have found that I've used that before. I know everybody says it's pointless, but if I'm going on a long run and I need like to put my car key or something, I'll slip it in that pocket. So I find that those actually do have a use. But we'll see. Yeah, these are the only ones that have that top lining and that little pocket. So let's get to trying them on. Okay, so here we have the Lululemon Always On tights on. As you can see, they do have a pretty prominent front seam, and they are a little bit less high-waisted than some of the other ones. I do find that these are the most compressing out of the bunch. Not surprising given that it's the Lulus. They are very well structured, very compressing. The one thing I didn't like in these is the butt. I was actually surprised that the Lulus kind of did that thing where they cut your butt in half. So that was the one bummer of these, but again, super squat proof. These are definitely the top quality in the bunch, which makes sense with the pricing. And then the next would be very similar with the Haleo LA. And again, I did find with the Haleo LA that once I sized down, they were a lot more compressing. So here we go with the Lululemons. I really hope they bring these back in stock because they are just such a great pair of leggings and so freaking flattering. Okay, last, and the reason that this video takes so long to post was these leggings. Cycle House by Marika. So these ones are still a little bit brushed, but they're definitely a lot more of a performance feel. And as soon as I saw them on the Kohl's website, they were $35. Marika also has their own website, and I'll link that because Kohl's was lower in stock. But these leggings, they let me down. I don't think they're a bad pair of leggings. I just think they're not the right pair of leggings for me. I'm definitely someone that has more of a pear shape. My legs and my butt are definitely dominant, and I have a smaller waist. So these leggings, I think, are more built for someone that maybe wants a little more room in the stomach area and less room in the legs. I will say this is a size small, and they fit my legs perfectly, but the midsection is where I struggled because they were just way too big. %, spandex. They are white lined on the inside, so they're gonna be pretty squat proof. There's like a nice double line on the waistband, which is nice. They do have that top seam, and it's brushed on the outside, but it does feel more performance material-like. And they are made for intense workouts. That's what they said on their website, was that they're like for spin classes and stuff like that. So they're made to handle some sweat. So let's see how they look when we try them on. So right off the bat, these already feel like more of a performance type fabric. I'm super bummed that there's just a lot of room in the waist for my body type, but it's also great because it just shows that people with all different body types can find a legging for them. These, for some reason, remind me so much of the Balance Athletica Outlander vibes. So if those are sold out in your size, this might be a nice alternative. But again, for me, lengthwise, these were great. I am 5.5 inches tall. They fit my legs perfectly, and they were just a little bit too big in the waist. So again, if you have a different body type than me, they are perfect. Again, these are the one pair of leggings that I found that were a nice performance material. The website did say that they were meant for spin classes. So I would say that these do dry pretty quickly and would hold up to sweat and the kind of plyometric workouts that I love. So super bummed that these just didn't work out for me, but I think they are still a great pair of leggings for someone. And they did pass the squat test. I'm really sorry, you guys. I will get better with the angles on these. I think that sums up this video. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love it if anybody would like to subscribe to see more workouts that I have coming up soon. I don't know how many more legging reviews I'll do. I guess it'll depend on how this goes, but I'm mostly here. I love to share my workouts. I am an online coach as far as nutrition and fitness goes, so I share a lot of my fitness tips, lifestyle tips, meal prepping tips here and on my Instagram. So I would love it if you guys wanted to join and follow along. If not, and if you were just here to see my collection of high-waisted leggings and how I feel about them, then thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys all for watching, for anybody that's made it all the way to the end of this video. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.